Okay, and finally, being an INFP, this is an anonymous question asker. Being an INFP and not having inward intuition as one of my 4 people within, I find it very interesting, but also hard to get my head around. In the last Q&A, you mentioned that it was kind of like a library. The inward intuition was kind of like a library. I use the same analogy for my inward sensing. So I wonder if there are some similarities between the inward sensing and the inward intuition that might help me understand the latter more. Okay, great question. Thank you, question asker. I don't know who to thank, but thank you for this question. It's awesome. So yes, so the inward sensing has like a physiological library. I call it cellular memory. It's like you get these sensory messages and sensory information from the past and you store it in your body in different areas of your body. I mean, our whole body stores memories. It's not just our brain. Sometimes you have a kidney or heart or lung transplant patient who's getting memories from the other person's life. There's quite a lot of research done on that, so you might want to check that out. But yeah, the inner sensing library is very much like a guttural, like a visceral library that is attached to your body, your senses, your eyesight, your sense of smell, your sense of taste, your touch, and so on. Whereas the inward-facing intuition is like a library that exists between your head and then like a cloud. It's like a cloud library for information and connections. And the cloud library is also focusing on what happened in the past. It's collected information of what's happened in the past, but it's so instead of storing it in the physical body, it kind of is out there somewhere. It's like a you can build like a map. Those children's I may have used this before, this example, but the children's dot to dot game where they have the dots and they have the numbers next to dots, and then you draw the line from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 and so on. The inward intuition looks at that and goes, it's an elephant. Or might draw a couple of lines and go, it's an elephant. And then they put that into the thing, but then they look at it again and go like, it could also be a giraffe. And then they put that in there. So the points are not necessarily just exclusively one thing. The points can relate to other points. And so it's almost like if you've ever seen the Milky Way, it's almost like you could create all kinds of different shapes from those stars that are there, and none of the shapes negate any of the other shapes. So the inward sensing is very body oriented, whereas the inward intuition is very out of body oriented way of looking for information. And of course, because intuition is an exaggerated pattern recognition skill, the inward intuition is all about patterns and what relates to what in which way, whereas the inward sensing is about what does this feeling mean? What does this situation mean? So I hope that helps you understand the inward intuition a bit more. In yourself, how you can create more of it is to know that as an INFP, it's your shadow inner parent, meaning that your inner parent is outward intuition, so your shadow inner parent is inward intuition. And so what you can do to practice the inward intuition is you look at the things that are, the patterns that are going on in the outside, and then you record those patterns. So you take a note of the patterns and you store them away. You take note of the patterns and store them away. So instead of just going like, that means that, that means that, that means that, that means that in real time, you start to collect like an intuition or a pattern library into your cloud. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you have further questions on that. I love these follow-up questions because they just kind of continue the conversations. So thank you everyone for today's questions. It's been great spending this time with you. If you think that there's a person who might enjoy our group, our amazing healing group, proactive healing group, please invite them along and just tell them that they need to answer those 3 questions that we put in when you apply to become a member or request a membership, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Thank you everyone so much for your time. Thank you for trusting me and us with your personal development. It is truly an honor to be a part of this group and to be bringing it back to the proactive healing space that it was originally created. And I want to say a big thank you to Jenna for all your hard work and for keeping us all safe for so many years. Thank you everyone. Have a great week.